on Discord and on the Descript. A little bit about that, around that, and also future sessions here, live streaming. First of all, I will check out here if it's working with Facebook Live. Yes, it's working. That's good. So today I'll have a course, crash course, an introduction course in Twitter, on Twitter. That it started out with 140 characters and now it's 280. And I've been doing Twitter for a long time. It's more than now 10 years. 2007, I think I started. And in a way, depending on the listing here, how popular it is, and it is in the top list of social media platforms, channels, but maybe it's not so, how to say, in right now. And some of the first bloggers and new media content creators back in the day is not using Twitter anymore. Maybe they got tired of it or didn't like the atmosphere anymore. I liked it at the beginning, and hopefully you will still keep it in a good way, and you will find good rooms, you could say, or places and tags to find. And that's what I want to show also for business-minded individuals. And also if you're a bit curious, how could you use Twitter in your business or for a project or hobbies or interest, or maybe speak out if you have something to say, you have a message. So, but also I will of course talk about a little bit about the negative, what to think about with Twitter trolls and so on. And I will, in my package here with the course and the webinar, I will have a follow-up talk with the participants, what they thought about it, and give me feedback, and also if I have any additional questions and how you could continue with it. So thanks, one viewer here. And also I will include a beverage, like a tea beverage, that will be so you could stay immune and have a defense against the Twitter trolls. One of the biggest, not maybe trolls, but misuser, you could say, was Donald Trump, the real Donald Trump on Twitter. I don't know if that account is existing anymore, or is it defunct, or it's, in blanco somehow. But they moved him out of Twitter, and in a way Twitter is allowed to do whatever they think and feel. They could boot me out if I'm critical in a way. On the other hand, you could wonder why they picked Trump and why they keep some other users. And that's what I will talk about also. Like in Afghanistan, the usage with Twitter is 50% there. In other areas, like in Sweden, maybe it's between 10 and 20%. So that you could wonder why Twitter is so popular in certain areas in the world. Cheers again. So that's Twitter, excuse me. And I will talk about some tips, tricks, tools, features, and also how, again, these social media channels and platforms are copying each other and changing and pivoting and so on. But still, it's something with Twitter, with how open it is, how transparent. You have to be short and concise. You have a certain amount of characters. So, and how also users have used it in a different way and developed things like Twitter chat. I don't think Twitter chat was planned from the beginning. So this hashtag for certain topics or areas, or like a Twitter chat. So I will go through that also. And also how you could create new contacts and create relations over time. So, and I will do a shout out again to Lisa Sicard on Twitter. She has written a book about Twitter, and she's a great user there. So Now, thanks to viewers here for after 5 minutes. And now, as I said, it will be short and sweet this episode broadcast because I have to fix some, and always it is with the tech how we'll do it and test it. And I'm planning to do it with Skype because on Zoom it's only 40 minutes, I think, the free version. And this is I want to use good tool that everybody knows and could handle, so that's why I'm going for Skype. And I could say we are using Skype for two podcasts. One is Produktivitet, how to be productive and drink tea in Swedish, and Pen meets paper, Penna möter papper in Swedish. And there we see each other, the co-host, and if it's our guests. And also, and then we record as I'm now monitoring here, recording. I'm recording on my iPad through something called Ferrite program there. So see here, somebody is saying something. Spider on shirt. Okay. Yeah. So, and the second one is then this Discord thing. That's a platform for gamers and others, but it's also voice over IP and messages, and you could also have text and also audio. There you could connect, creating like an online community and forum and talk to your other fellow gamers, but also podcasts have started to use that. So we will use that for High Five for Hemp, and Adam Tinkoff that I met through HAPS here has created a Discord server. So we will invite our followers, listeners, subscribers, etc., and partners and sponsors in the future to join the Discord server and the online community there. And then it's this other third technical thing. And when it comes to Discord, I think it's pretty geeky and looks a bit, back from the 90s, Back to the Future thing, like a bit geeky, as I said, nerd type, and maybe for the user interface, if you compare it with other forums and so on, could maybe be a challenge, but you probably get the hang of it pretty soon, pretty quickly. And it's nice how this started in, is it 2015, I think, and it's huge usage and lots of user, and some of them are using it every day, stay in contact with, as I said, fellow gamers and teammates and so on. So I will investigate a bit more about Discord, the story and the future plans and what's going on and who are using it. And then coming from Twitter and courses and also this Discord here that you have for a podcast, the third tech tool is Descript. And they have a Captivate that I have hosting several of my podcasts. They have a link to there, so you could use that in an easy way to do a transcription of your podcast. So like a transcript, what you're saying in the recording. So then you could add that. Probably with this free package or version, you have to do some tweaking, and it could take some time if you have long interviews. So now it's 4 viewers here, thanks. So it could be a challenge to get that into your workflow, but it's also interesting with the potential search engine optimization and how you could be found for a transcript. And also people have challenges in listening and hearing, then a transcript could be a good thing. So I will look into it, and again, it's for me how big of an obstacle or how hard will it be to get there. Is it a crash course, or will it take a long time to get used to it and get the hang of it? So then it's returning on engagement and investment and your time. So, but it's interesting with their technology also, they have certain things, we all have ticks, and so they could remove this and pauses in an automatically way. So that's pretty interesting. I use a service called Ali2 for editing and post-production. So right now, I recently published now episode 29 of the Secular Foxhole podcast together with my co-host Blair, and we had a returning guest there, Robert Trasinski. It was almost for 1 hour and or 51 minutes, I think we're recording, and it's ending up. Oh, I think it was 48, 49 or something like that, including the jingle. So I added a couple of minutes there, and that took me some time to do that. If it's like 1 hour, it could maybe take you 2-3 hours in total to listen to the episode again and then take away the ticks and pauses and so on. So if you could do it in an magically way, that could be good. But also it's good to listen to the episode when recording and writing down the show notes and think about it and so on. And then you have different schools of podcasters. Some want to have a very clean, it's almost like a really transcript and like a very professional production. It could be professional with the raw also. Now it's five viewers, thanks. But similar to like a movie or something like that. Compared to a theater, or you have a conversation, that if you have some things saying that you have, maybe if it's not too annoying, maybe you keep that. And also some sound effects or background noise, as long as it doesn't disturb the listeners. So I will look into that service, and the transcript service could be great to have in different ways, and also this automatically thing. But I think I will stick to Ale 2, and with the high five for hemp, it's Adam that's taking care of Discord. He has an account there, so he's doing it in a very nice way. So there were the three things, and I think I will also do a follow-up here about the online community and the forums. We talked about Discord, but I will also talk about Palapa, a tool there that's created by Corbett Barr of Thistle. And then I will talk about others like Ruben Report. He had one called, what was it now? Social something, I think. And you have some others. Talking about Trump, ending that. He, I think, created his own platform. I don't know if he's behind it, but I think maybe they got his blessing, you could say. So I will look into some others platform tools there, because I have this model there, BNP, and it's play with words in Swedish. So it's a gross domestic product in Swedish. So BNP, bruttonationalprodukten in Swedish. So 6 euros, thanks. And so it's first to have your own blog and to have a podcast, and then that's a third letter. First a blog, newsletter, and then a podcast. When I'm thinking about it, this Habs in a way is your own hub also, and I'm shooting out or distributing to different satellites like YouTube, Twitch, the gaming thing, Twitter Live right now, and Facebook Live and YouTube. So, and hopefully in the near future it will be on LinkedIn also, and then it will become more business-like, maybe people think. So Habs is a great way of spreading things and also to get connections, like Adam Tinkoff. Thanks again. Thanks Eileen Smith for introducing me to Habs. Because being active here, creating content, I got in contact with Adam, who's now a co-host for my new podcast, High Five for Hemp, and it's great. So again, thanks for creating this Habs, the folks at Habs, like Pablo, Peter, and others. So you could think about it, if you invest your time in different platforms and channels, where should you be? So, and somebody here says, hi, JBA from Your Resonance. Hi. 7 viewers, thanks for watching. So, crash course in what? In Twitter. On Twitter. I will have that in Swedish at 6 p.m. Central European time, but I will have it also in English in the future. So thumbs up, thanks for that. Are you using Twitter, JB? Your resonance here on Habs, for commenting on Habs, thanks for that. So I'm thinking of having a crash course on Habs also. I mean, like Eileen is more of an expert and skilled in this, but I could explain the nature of apps, and I see that they will be around for a long time. They are creating something unique with their nice atmosphere. How you could give, I should say that in the script, give me thumbs up, high five, and these HAPS coins. And if you sign up for free here on HAPS using my link, invite link at Lyceum, you will get 100 coins that you could give to me or somebody else, create content creator, or save it for later. So you're a passive user, yeah. And many are there passive users, and maybe you don't feel for it for some time and wanted to take a pause, and that's okay also. So we could talk about that. We could connect, and that's great. And HAPS also, you could link your different social media platforms on HAPS. So you could go back and see if a user, if a viewer or the commenter is on Twitter, for example, and then you could connect. I've done that and say, for example, thanks for the follow or thanks for the comment. So I like this form. It's both their own platform, but also distributing to other platforms, and then you could connect in different ways. And now it's 8 viewers. I could end with that, maybe Clubhouse. I've been thinking of what kind of use is Clubhouse, but there you have it also. It's a new community. It's focused on audio, like podcasting, and then you leave a room, it's gone. So you have to be present in the moment, and you have to take it as it is when you're doing setting up a room or having a club on a regular sessions. But again, it's time consuming. You could spend lots of time going back and forth in different rooms and chatting and so on. But you could also, depending on the mindset, uh, connecting with new users and new contacts and build relationships. So that could be a thing also if you maybe want to look them up on Instagram or LinkedIn or whatnot and see if you have some common interests. And yeah, it could be all kind of things that what it could be developing into. It's going back in the day, the not IRS, the interrelay chat rooms that you had, and you went into a room there with a hashtag like USA or America or philosophy or whatnot, and there you learned the users there and got acquaintance. And after some time, it's know, like, and trust. You know somebody and you see them and acknowledge them, and then learn about them and hopefully like them, and vice versa. And then you trust them, and then you refer maybe business or contacts or tips or ideas and so on. Are you charging for your course? Yes, I will do that, because there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, as Heinlein the author is saying. Cheers. And during, now I'm stepping off my soapbox here, I'm giving out lots of things like giver's gain, as they say, on BNI Dr. Ivan Meissner, and it will come back to me. But also have had some giver's pain. Again, I will say social media is no rocket science. But I've done my so-called 10,000 hours, and I've learned, and I've done mistakes, and I have some, again, mindset and some integrating thoughts about this, and see it in a perspective, in a holistic way, you could say, or in philosophical way. So I will charge depending. I have different packages and so on, and if people have been, ambassador for my work and friends and others, I have a certain one. The regular standard price for an hour will be 500 Swedish crowns or $50, and with that it will be included a follow-up call with me, half an hour, 30 minutes, and where the participant could ask more questions and give me feedback, and also if what they want to do in the future, and also 2 months membership in a community that I will create called Tea Party Media. Use a tool there, either Palapa or maybe Mighty Networks or some other, and that costs money and time to run. But then it's like $5 or 50 Swedish crowns, like that's a cup of tea or coffee at Starbucks or whatnot. So $50, no, $5 or 50 Swedish crowns per month. So that's 100 Swedish crowns. And my time, I say, I want to have a bar of like that's like 150 Swedish crowns per hour, or 1 kilo of silver for half day, like 4 hours. But I'm doing that as a purchaser. I negotiate with myself, so I say with that it's valued that I will have a service called video call conference that you could have on certain sites and on my own site, and ask questions, and for example about podcasting. So then I say 375 Swedish crowns, or about $37.5. And then I will include, as I said, a beverage, small package of an infusion there that's good for your body and your health and wellness. And you could, as I said, have it as an immune system against the Twitter troll. It's a bit of a joke. But if you add this up, you get that included, and that will be around $50 or 500 Swedish crowns in value there. So that's a long explanation of the price. So, but again, if you want to negotiate as I've done as a purchaser and give what you think it's worth, I'm open for that too. Maybe $2 silver, only $2, but in silver. You could send that to me also. So I hope that answered your question, JB, and thanks for your interest. And I will have crash courses in English also. So thanks again for your interest and your question, and for hanging out here with me. And now it's already 22 minutes, so I will have to leave here soon and prepare for the crash course on Twitter and do some other stuff also. So thanks for watching and for commenting and so on. So see you then on Wednesday, when it will be midweek wrap, and that will be around 6 p.m. Central European time. So cheers, and talk to you soon again. Bye for now. Now it was 11 viewers here. Thanks.